Yeah, what up, y'all? You already know who it is. It's your boy Prophet Pete, and this is another edition of the Prophet Radio Show coming to you live and direct from WEMS Studios, doing what we do, man. It's that time of year. Nothing but love should be flowing through the air, and everybody should just be getting it in, doing things the way that they do it, man. It's Christmas time, not just in the city, but around the world. So make sure that you get in contact with all your people, talk to them, tell them what's up, see how they doing, and show them nothing but love. But I just want to talk about some things today. We're going to touch on those topics: money, life, love, and music. And I want to get into this stimulus situation, this stimulus bill that they talking about. I found something real funny out yesterday, and it kind of threw me for a loop. But I guess this is the way that it goes, all the time, where they're talking about stimulus bills. Obviously, it's to stimulate the economy, due to the fact that we have a lot of things that are going on, and we need to, give a jolt to the economy, keep things going, keep people spending money, keep businesses going. But somehow, some way, they threw a streaming bill in there stating that basically streaming copyrighted content can get you a felony and prison time. So they want to stop a lot of the streaming things that have been going on due to people not being able to be out there and stuff like that, and actually hold them accountable and throw them in jail. So I guess we are stimulating the economy. We just stimulating the prisons. We put more people in prisons, stimulates the economy, but then it's kind of ass backwards. But we're so focused on this $600 that we may or may not get, that ain't going to do nothing for much of anybody, that we need to really just think about this and realize that, you know, they dangle the carrot in front of us so we don't see the wolf coming from the right side or the left. So just pay attention, people. Pay attention, pay attention, pay attention, because it's super important that you do, because they're going to try and pull one over on us again. And if you didn't know, that $600 that they're trying to send out as of this week, they trying to hit us with the one bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. And they're saying they're gonna give us $600, but Donald Trump, Mr. 45, which is on his way out, is like, no, the second stimulus check should be about $2,000. The $600 that they actually giving us, they're gonna start taking away money, so it's not everybody's getting $600. If you made over $75,000 that that tax year, for every $100 you made over the 75,000, they're taking away $5. So if you were somewhere in the 80, $90,000 range, you'll probably end up owing them money on a stimulus check, because that's just the way they got it set up. So, just pay attention. Remember, we elected these people into office, and we put these people into Congress. And where they say they're going to do things for us, they end up doing something totally different. So you got to just pay attention, man. Pay attention. Read the paper. Search for the information. Don't let the internet or what the news puts out be your primary source of education, because you're gonna have to do your own research, and don't listen to the memes. And a lot of us, we get our news straight from social media. So we got the people that really don't understand that, and very lackluster in education, putting information out there that's totally not true. So look for it, find out, and make the right choices. And remember, unless we sit there and we take control over what's happening to us, we're gonna have the same thing happening over and over and over again. Yo, so we got a dope guest for this evening by the name of You Win. So before we get started, we're gonna take a quick break, listen to My man Notes 82, Confessions to the Plug. And when we come back, we're going to have you in the building, talk about this music and the holiday season and how COVID has affected just about everybody.
Sometimes it's too much pressure. And I'll just speak to this.
It is.
Too much pressure to try to portray something that you may not be just to want to fit in.
Yeah.
So as you spoke about being a pastor's, son, and just, some of those battles and tribulations, that's a story.
Yeah.
There's someone somewhere who can relate to that. It's not just about somebody who sold drugs or gangbang or, didn't make the NBA and then they went to jail. Now they're trying to redeem themselves.
I'm still connected to the plug. 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 My confessions to the plug. My confessions to the plug. When friends become your enemies, it's nothing left, it's you and me. Brother since like 9-3, niggas talking how to seek. Man, you just behind the scenes pretending like you may be king. Really, it was all a dream. P and W control our streets, so I had to keep it clean. Rapped about my life in cream, talked about the drugs, the fiend. Slinging nine, not for me. At the time, Big was king. Hope was on the ride, you see. Nas, he was really king, so I gave my top 3. Listen to my heartbeat, seated like a side piece. My mind was on the top floor. Black hearse, no doors. See you when the hate is gone. Promise, nigga, I never fall. Niggas get to talking more, acting like some bitches soft. When they see you, nothing's wrong. Face it, I become a boss. Made it, I was forced to cross the Bible just to attack the pause. Haters need some food to spoil, so I'm gonna give them more. Plans to take the ceilings off, nothing left and close the door. I'm still connected to the plug. 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 My confessions to the plug. My confessions to the plug. Searching for the answers to the questions that I never asked. I was always taught to be the best, I had to face my fears. I was always dreaming of the top, I finally made it here. Forced to move in silence cause these haters always in your ear. Talking about these lanes, but these niggas never in your rear. All about the fame, but Obama made that really clear. Only gave us hope if the president was black, man. Really about the people, but your boy is on the fence, man. Voice of the people like Martin, I need Coretta here. Fist ball high, like damn, I never seen the side. So I see the rain, no pain, I left the guilt inside. Cause I'm from the bottom, no top, I wanna see the sky. Niggas telling lies like why, these niggas suck at life. Wanna take your name and fame to be the man inside. So I'm gonna change the game to show the world a light. Went from being loved to praised to now crucified. Hate to say I changed, but fame is really suicide. All about the name, the chain, who's really down to fight? All about the stars when the game is out to take your life. Living like a legend for real, don't think you heard me right? I'm still connected to the plug. I'm still connected to the plug. I'm still connected to the plug. Still connected to the plug.
Yeah, we back, y'all. You already know who it is. It's your boy, Prophet Pete, and you tune into the Prophet Radio Show Christmas week, where we celebrated nothing but good stuff. And we going to bring our guests in the building right now. My man, you win.
Yo.
I know you, brother. I know you there, but while we waiting for you when to pop back in, yo, we got a lot of good things to talk about. We're going to talk about some music, the way making music is so important, especially in these times, especially with this new project you win. Yo, do me a favor, introduce yourself to the people where you from.
What's up? My name is You Win, aka Designer Baby Boy, aka Dirtbag Bastard, aka your sister's favorite rapper, tuning in from PA. Really glad to be here, man. I really record in Philly. I stay in Philly a lot, but I'm not from Philly. I'm from the burbs. But I'm glad to be here, especially because I love New York, man. New York's like my second city. I'm glad Rowdy's out, man. Free Bobby and free Max B, man, for sure.
Yeah. Yo, New York should be your number one city. Not
Philly's got my heart, though.
Philly stole New York swag, though. I'm just saying.
That's a debate for later. We're gonna have to debate that.
Hey, we probably could. We could probably debate. We get a whole bunch of people in here, and it's all where you from. I'm New York ride or die, so of course I'm gonna say New York is number one.
Some of the
But
best MCs, man.
yes, but you know what? I gotta give it out to Philly though. I gotta give it to Philly when it comes to the music, especially the flow of Philly. Like one thing I respect about Philly is that you hear the grittiness, the grimy, it's just the raw of the music, which I love. New York hip hop has changed a lot. Just New York music has changed a lot. And it's not as true to its beginnings as I could remember. Still great music, but definitely not the same. And you guys in Philly got bars.
Well, yeah, we come out spitters, man. I heard Nori the other day saying like we come out the womb spitting, and I think that's true to some extent. Everybody got a 16. Everybody spits something.
Yeah, I've interviewed a lot of artists from Philly. One of the guys that I first interviewed, I can't remember his name right now, but K Price. K Price, he's out there from Philly. And when I tell you he's a storyteller, I was like, wow. He did some joint where he was talking about the thoughts of a murderer. And the whole joint was him thinking about what he was going to do because some dude disrespected him, and all the thoughts he had from going to the house to walking back to the dude and putting a hot one in him. It was just crazy, but it was just the skills and everything was just amazing. Even like, you got Cassidy and Beans and freaking Freeway and all those guys from out there. Meek, it's definitely a wonderful vibe out there.
For sure.
So what made you get into music?
Well, I grew up with music everywhere. My uncle played in a band. My grandma grew up playing all types of music from, the Beatles to the Rolling Stones to the Red Hot Chili Peppers. And then my dad was a punk in the 80s. So he played me a lot of punk music and a lot of rap, like classic rap, like Tupac and Dr. Dre and Slick Rick, a lot of classic stuff. And when I got older, I sort of fell in love with hip hop and I just started freestyling. I remember we were on the bus. It was an 8th grade field trip. And in the back of the bus, everybody was freestyling. And I went back and I was like, these kids suck. Like, I could do better than that. So I started roasting every single one of them about what they were wearing or like who they were, kissing or dating at the time. And everybody looked at me when I was done because I talked over all of them. They were like, you should really do this, man. So every opportunity I got, man, every football game, every house party, I was always in the back freestyling. And, I was mixed up on a lot of stuff as a teenager and I kind of got right after getting in some trouble. And I just started going full force into rap. So people always told me I should do it, and I just decided to. And it's been going great, honestly. I can't believe it.
Yeah. Well, all it takes is that moment where you can be like, I could do it better than you. and then just actually go with it. And, when you're passionate about it, you're able to really just do it and love it and turn it into something that, you want to do every day. A lot of people don't have the courage to do that. That they're so afraid and it's, maybe if they don't like me or whatever. And it's like, I think I got to respect the people that just sit there and take that leap of faith and get into it. And it's like that one moment turns into a passion. That passion now is your dream, and then you're living your dream, making music, putting out albums and stuff,
For sure. I think it's all about, it is a dream at first, and it's all about how you stick to the plan and how you keep that drive and you keep going. I think that's a beautiful sentiment. You really can live the dream. And I feel like I'm living that dream right now, honestly. It's great.
Yeah. So has there been any obstacles in you living your dream? What may have gotten in the way, or things that you couldn't believe were actually happening that was hindering your growth?
Well, for a long time, man, I was mixed up in a lot of bad stuff as a teenager, man, especially, drugs and a lot of things of that nature. So that's really what held me back. I've been lucky to sort of catch up. It's like I didn't really miss a beat. I kind of just was able to get out of what I was doing and kind of go full force into this. So I'm amazed that I could still do what I used to be able to do without doing the other stuff, if that makes sense. And I'm happy that I could put a lot of bad stuff behind me, So that was definitely a major hindrance. Just reckless youth, I would say.
Well, you know, you got to be grateful that you were able to come out of that. And a lot of times, especially the creatives, right? We tend to turn to different substances because we sometimes think that is actually helping us be creative. Maybe tune out a lot of things that noise that you hear in your head sometimes
Yes,
that
sir.
kind of stops you from focusing and stuff like that, and we tend to want to drown that out, and we find different ways of doing it. And you know for you to realize that you were able to still live your dream and actually probably progress even further because you put those things behind you is amazing. And it's a testament for those that feel that they have to turn to certain things just to be somewhere, because the way it's depicted in, you know, the music industry is doing drugs and stuff like that is what successful artists do.
For
It's
sure.
weird.
I can tell you when I was on that rapper shit, I wasn't making that rapper shit. I was making garbage. So put the cup down, put the lean down, put the Zans down. For real. Like, I know about all the pain and everything. I know it's a great coping mechanism, but you stop doing all that stuff and your music will exponentially get better. I can promise. I'm not here to preach though. You do what you do and your process is your process. I'm not one of those people. I'm not preaching.
No, and I get it, and definitely not asking you to preach. Just, it's always good to hear a story, because that just someone hearing your story, it could be that tipping point for them, you know. And I always believe in pushing those messages out there. I believe in being transparent, and you know, sometimes you think what you're doing is working, but you don't even realize because you're in it how it's really affecting you. So you got to kind of step out of that box for a minute, like step away and look into that box that you call your mind, and see different things. So you said you used to freestyle. So right, do you still freestyle, by the way?
Of course.
Oh, just checking, because I'm definitely gonna put you on the spot.
I'm down, man.
All right, just letting you know. You probably got like 30 seconds before I really put you on the spot. But
That's fine.
before we even get into that, um, when you were talking about you was always around music, I noticed that it was a vast variety of music that you grew up listening to. So when you make music today, what are some of those genres that play a part in the type of music you make today?
As far as my actual art form, sorry, someone's at the door. I'm at the crib right now. As far as my actual influences, Anthony Kiedis from the Red Hot Chili Peppers for sure. A lot of the cadence and a lot of the melodies, it just kind of showed me I was capable of doing that, and I kind of meshed it with hip hop. Prince Rogers, man, Prince is a big influence on me. Rest in peace to God, man. He's amazing. Because he just was able to evolve, and I think that's what I'm looking to do is evolve. Make nothing as similar as the last project or last song. And then of course Max B actually a lot with in terms of catching melody and being able to flow in that vein, definitely.
Mm. And even with those, that's there's a variety in that. And I liked what you said about no song, no project sounding like the one before. There's so many artists that they get comfortable in making one style of music and everything sounds the same. Now, one artist that came out, recently, and he's no longer here, God rest his soul, Pop Smoke. First three songs he made, to me, I couldn't even tell the difference. They all sounded the same. Now it's sad that he passed, and the music that came out after, had some variation to it. I was like, oh wow, he is an artist. And for a lot of independent artists, they're afraid to step out the box because I guess they don't want to fail, and if they had something that works, they don't want to step outside the box. So for you, why is it that it's so important to vary your projects and your songs?
Well, because I want to be a true artist, and I want to I make music for me at the end of the day. I don't say that I particularly consider like the audience. They go, oh, are they gonna like that? If I can listen to a song and it's stuck in my head and I'm singing in the shower, like I want to one up myself. Like I want to make music that's better than the last song I did. So I think that artistic progression and that sonic progression is sort of just natural,
And I always tell myself, I said, my biggest competition is myself. Right? Because when you sit there and you compare yourself to other people and wonder why they are where they are and you're not, or whatever it may be, you never know the whole true story and what it took for them to get there. And especially in this independent game.
Yeah, well, why hop in someone else's lane when you could pave your own,
Right. And the independent game, the people that are popping, it was weird because although 6ix9ine is like very controversial and a lot of the stuff that he did, people don't respect. There was a documentary that I watched, which was weird. I didn't think that they would have came out with a documentary on 6ix9ine. And the music that we heard that made him popular, I thought that that was the first time he ever made music. He was making music years before that one song actually popped. And people just look at that instant success and then they try and emulate that instant success. But they didn't realize that he had a path prior that he was following prior. And he had to adjust and adjust and adjust. And then he was able to make hit after hit after hit because he made all the mistakes. And I think learning how to cope with the way you are and you being your own competition, you are going to develop yourself into that great artist that once you find that sweet spot that you have, you'll be able to make dope music, track after track, project after project. So I want to get into, let's see what we got here. Got a couple of your joints.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, got a couple of your joints. Now I want to get into this Christopher Wallace right quick. So talk to me about Christopher Wallace.
Well, first and foremost, I'm a huge hip hop fan. I might make different music, but at the end of the day, I'm a hip hop kid. I study every piece of the game, and New York is obviously central to hip hop. So it was a big up to Biggie Smalls, the title, obviously. His name's Christopher Wallace. And the subject matter actually came about. I was texting a female, and she was, she said she couldn't see me because of COVID or whatever, right? And so she sent me some videos and some pictures. And the hook, I won't get into the nature, but the hook, you don't need me, little mama, go and do it by yourself. It was sort of inspired by that. So shouts out to that young woman. But it is almost an ode to Biggie Smalls as well as kind of a pop rap hit, I would say.
Okay. So, introduce yourself one more time and introduce this track for the people.
It's UN, a.k.a. Designer Baby Boy, a.k.a. Dirtbag Bastards, your sister's favorite rapper, and you're tuned in listening to Christopher Wallace. Let's go.
Ain't a loser, she ball at the Hoosier, she independent bullshit. But damn, she confused me, I think she used me. This one for my independent women that don't need no man. Y'all don't need me, no. Little mama go and do it by yourself. You look dreamy. Post it on the bed, do it by yourself. Shit. Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. When I was dead broke, man, I couldn't picture this shit. Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. When I was dead broke, man, I couldn't picture this. Getting brain on brain. Pass cash them off, let the homies run the train down. Kinda funny how I let the cash rain down. Almost enough to drown the pain out. Yeah. I'm just trying to be kiddish, real hard. Felt that way before college, show me what the keys is. Yeah, ballin' that was frequent. Scrape the plate when we was fiending. Scrape. Young need me. Little mama gon' do it by yourself. You look dreamy. Post it on the bed, do it by yourself. Shit. Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. When I was dead broke, man, I couldn't picture this. Shit. Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. When I was dead broke, man, I couldn't picture this. Biggie died on my birthday, R.I.P. When I found out, it hit me in the worst way. So tired of living worst case. Like, how you stuntin' like that on a Thursday? First rate. Only thing I want, high grade that goes for the women in the jewelry. I've been killing it just like a eulogy. And like I said on the last one, I'm a new me. And she cool with me, I think we might kick it. Captivated just by the pure thickness. Master P and she ain't got no limits. You to stay in my mind's image, so young need me. Little mama gon' do it by yourself. You look dreamy. Post it on the bed, do it by yourself. Shit. Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. When I was dead broke, man, I couldn't picture this shit. Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. When I was dead broke, man, I couldn't picture this. Couldn't picture this.
Yeah. That was You Win with Christopher Wallace, y'all. Make sure you check that out, stream it, because I know for sure it's on all streaming platforms, right?
Yes, sir. All streaming platforms right now. YOUWIN on all streaming platforms. Go get that.
Right. It's spelled correctly, people. The way you would find it in the dictionary. You.
Yes, sir.
And then win. All right. There's no Y's. There's not just a U. The letter U for you is YOUWIN. Right. You got to make sure you check it out. Now, what's the title of that? The latest project again?
Sad Boy Season.
Sad Boy Season 2, right? If I'm not mistaken.
No, there's Sad Boy Hours and Sad Boy Season.
Oh,
confusing. I know.
Yeah, it's all right. It's okay. It's okay, right? Because having projects out there. And how long have you been? Because you look pretty young. So how long have you actually been doing this?
Seriously, like as in I got a label and management and all that. Probably like a year.
A year.
All my discography was 2020. Yes, sir.
So, wow. See, so it is possible to really get popping during 2020 because, this has been a testing year for many people, if not all people, right? It has been testing and trying and the adjustments and everything else. So how were you able to stay focused and still push on and make music, put out projects throughout all this?
Well, I just became addicted to it, man. And we found a really great studio and I was just like, we have to be in there at least once a week. So I just kind of tuned in and got to it, really. There's no other distractions. When you're supposed to be in the house, there's nothing else but the house and the studio. So that just becomes an incubation chamber of creation,
And by the way, you sound very educated. Just wanted to point that out.
Thank you, sir. I try. I like to read.
Yeah. Well, it shows. It definitely shows. Right. So, but it's a great thing to know that you were able to do what you've been doing, and especially in a short period of time of taking it serious. And within the last year, us going into 2021, we only got a couple of days left in this year, and you're still pushing forward. You look like you're enjoying what you're doing, and you're in a good headspace.
Certainly, man. And it took a long time to get there, but it really does feel like a dream sometimes, man. I'm so grateful and happy to be where I'm at right now and doing what I'm doing full time, man. It's beautiful.
Yeah. So you mentioned a label. What label are you a part
of? I am published and distributed through Marston House, and I guess they have a thing with Sony and The Orchard, so it's still indie. but we're backed by a major, I think.
Yeah, it's weird. It's that whole Sony Orchard thing is weird. It's major, but it's still independent. But it still works out. A lot of the stuff is those distribution deals, especially now having those majors still pushing you. It's always great, especially with the way music is being put out on all these platforms nowadays. You still in a way need the backing. You can do it on your own, but to be able to be signed to a label is always a good push. So the first time you put up your music, how did you do it? Where did you put it up at? And what was the response from the people?
So the first song I ever put out was actually a couple years ago. Before I stopped making music for a little bit, but maybe 2 years ago I put out a song called "Set That Bitch Off," featuring OG Mako. If you know who OG Mako is, he was signed to Quality Control. He did that song, "Bitch, you guessed it." I grew up listening to him, and I was a big fan. And there was an opportunity, and I took it, and it did like 1,000 plays real quick. So that was crazy. Like I never really dropped anything, and that was kind of the first thing I did. So it had a really great response, and people were asking for a lot more. And I just decided to, do other things instead of make music. It wasn't really a priority for me at the time.
No, but you came back to it, and now you got projects out. You got a publicist. You into a label. Like there's a lot of things that I believe. Things we tend to want things to happen when we want it to happen, and if it doesn't happen that quickly, then we kind of move on from it. But things will happen. If it's meant for you to happen, it will happen, and it will happen when it's supposed to happen.
Yeah, God gives us what we can handle, man. I'm a big believer in that.
Yeah, and it's definitely true. And sometimes we want to bite off more than we can chew, and we're not ready for it. So, what else we got? We got on this project. What is one of your favorites?
Oh man, my favorite is probably "Sugar." I don't know if you have that, but if you have that, definitely play it.
Man, I'm Prophet Pete. Man, I got everything.
Hey, what did you listen to the record?
I listened to some of them because I actually got the music today. So I got the music today. So I listened to most of the project. So one more time for the people, introduce yourself and introduce the track, my brother.
It's You Win, aka Designer Baby Boy. You're listening to "Sugar."
Here we go, y'all.
Might be so bad, might not be, might not be, might not be, might not be, might not be. It might not be so bad spending time with you, I think. Life feels so temporary, I'm almost afraid to blink. Your lips so sweet like sugar, but when you cry it stings. Your heart as black as ash, but I fiend for your kiss. Sweet like sugar, sweet like sugar, sweet like sugar, sweet like sugar, sugar. A young goddess whose heaven is godless. Your heart is a garden, it's heavily guarded, yeah. Feelings kept in cubby compartments at your mama's apartment. Forever they tarnish, yeah. It might not be so bad spending time with you, I think. Life feels so temporary, I'm almost afraid to blink. Your lips so sweet like sugar, but when you cry it stings. Your heart as black as ash, but I fiend for your kiss. Sweet like sugar, sweet like sugar, sweet like sugar, sweet like sugar, sugar.
Yeah, yo, that was Sugar, yo. By You Win. Definitely vibing to that one.
Thank you.
Now it's weird because I can't, which is a good thing, right? I can't like place the likeness of your music with anybody that I really hear. Like to me, when I listen to you, you have your own flow, your own swag to it. Like to me, your voice is unique. So it's not like I'm listening to you and I could, be like, hey, you sound like this guy, or you sound like that person, or your music sounds like this. Like you really have your own flow to it. And I guess it comes from, growing up listening to different music that you're able to put your spin on a lot of things.
I really appreciate that, man. I think music that's good and music that's different, it comes from a certain place, I'm not, a lot of artists that are different, like Cuddy or Mac Miller or somebody, they're not really trying to be anyone. They're unabashedly themselves, and I think that's why the music comes through the way it does. And I hope that I can consider myself to be of that vein.
Yeah, and look, I will tell you, definitely feeling the project.
Thank you, sir.
Definitely feeling the project, and it's refreshing to hear, especially, a young gentleman like yourself, that you're not influenced by a lot of what's out there already. Because it's real easy to emulate what's already out there. And you're doing your own thing, you vibing with your own thing. But you know what time it is now, right?
Tell me. Oh, hell yeah. Wait, yeah. Hell yeah, let's get it.
All right. So here we go. You Win is about to hit us with some freestyle. He gonna hit us with the bars.
You got a
Definitely.
beat for me?
Nah, you gonna do it a cappella, bro.
Acapella.
Acapella. We gotta hear everything. We don't want nothing to get in the way of the bars. Nothing to get away of the bars.
Give me some topics.
Christmas, New Year's, women, babies, and marriage.
All right. It's nearing Xmas. Middle finger to my exes. Only thing they got was a pro necklace and an exit. I'm pulling back, not pulling out like Brexit. On her knees like Pastor Phil, but she ain't begging. Bow-legged when I beckon, walking out, counting that chicken just like Becky. I did it in 3 seconds. I ain't sexy, but she still gonna suck me because I go buck wild like them motherfuckers think they lucky. I'm 4-leaf, used to smoke 5-leaf clovers. That's Doja. For my life came over in a Range Rover. Feel like I'm Jehovah, the only motherfucker that really beseeching Jehovah. That's G-O-D. She like me cause the B-O-D. I go O-T and everything except for the real. Came from the same city, same fuck. Couldn't do it. Lost it, but I tried.
Yo, you got it. You got it though. You got it. You got it. Yo, and I want to say, freestyling takes a lot of people that actually freestyle, right? Because a lot of times people spit something that they wrote, where you did the bold thing and asked for topics.
That's real freestyling to me, man.
Right. That takes courage, just to throw a random. I could have said, make sure you use the word exponentially, and then you would have to figure that out, And I think that is cool because it takes a true artist, a true creator, to be able to do that. And I really want to know what your process is when you're making music? Like, how is it, you know, before you hit the studio? What are you doing when you coming up with a new track? Like, how is that for you?
Actually, I mainly freestyle a lot of my stuff. It's funny you should like it really is off the top. So what I usually do is I play like 30 beats, right? When I'm in my alone time. And within the first 10 or 15 seconds, I can tell whether I'm going to use that song. So I put it in a folder, I put it in another folder, and we do one of two things. Me and the team either go to my manager's backyard and we play the beats and we record me freestyling over the beats. Then we take that to the studio. I recreate the song and then I punch in where we could improve the bars. Either that or I have a hook and I go in with the hook and we freestyle the verses until they're A1.
Mm. So, you know, something else you see, you dropping a lot of gems tonight. It's you're sitting there and you have a process. And then it's not, yo, you just lay it down and whatever comes out, that's it. You give yourself a baseline and then you improve on it. And then you continue to make adjustments until you figure it's A1. When you know that that's it, it's a finished product. You know, and it takes a lot to, it doesn't sound like a lot, but it takes a lot of work, you know, going over stuff and fine tuning it and re-recording and doing these things. And a lot of people don't have it in them. So I know there's going to be a lot more music come 2021.
Oh yes, sir. We got stuff. We got tape 2 done already.
Done. It's already done. Look at that. So you just waiting to release it.
Yeah, and we're waiting on tape 3 too. Trust me. We got joints. We got joints. I swear. You're gonna know me.
Yeah, yo, and you know what? It's great that, you know, because you're so humble with it, but you know what you bring to the table, and it's a great thing to be able to have that within yourself. You know, it's like, hey, look, I'm good at what I do. I'm gonna make this music regardless of what, but I'm gonna have fun with it. And you know, I believe in the transfer of energy, especially through music.
Yes, sir.
And I can feel your vibe through your music. Like I can feel it.
That means I'm doing my job correct.
Yeah. If you make music while you angry, guess what? Everybody that listens to it is gonna be angry too. You know, it's weird. It's just the weirdest thing. So I want to get into Drift.
Wow. Nobody's been. Look, man. I done three radio interviews. All right, and you're the first person that picked that song, and I love that song. That song is beautiful to me. I appreciate that. I fuck with you, man. I fuck with you, Prophet.
When you talk to MJ, right? MJ would tell you nobody does interviews like Prophet. I'm telling you, nobody. I'm telling you.
But you're picking the joints though. Like you're not picking the ones that people are like. You're picking the real joints because you know that you're picking. I like you, Prophet.
Yeah, man. This is what we do here, man. I'm telling you, yo. So here, you know, you already know what we're going to do, yo. Introduce yourself one more time and introduce this track for the people.
It's UN, aka Designer Baby Boy, your sister's favorite rapper, and you're listening to Drift.
Yeah.
In one word, what does love mean to you?
Devotion.
Love to me is complicated.
Is an anomaly. A quality. Unassuming. Blind. Love is blind, man. Love is blind.
She drowned in drugs and some makeup, waltzing through dreamland and wake up. Cocaine to pinky index, made love on instant intense. Morning awakened incense, love hate it comes with intention. Good time or bad time, it's your time. Long time or short time, it's still time. Drift. Good time or bad time, it's your time. Long time or short time, it's still time. Drift. You boy, you my blood to flatline. Long distance, no touch, it's halftime. I'm in 7-8. Alone in 2-1, you still lie. Turmoil, you love, you still mine. Porsche, your casket, coal mine. Shylock, with your heart, you stole mine. Stung words the first time, I'm still fine. Good time or bad time, it's your time. Long time or short time, it's still time. Drill. Good time or bad time, it's your time. Long time or short time, it's still time. Drill. Oh, drill.
Yeah, y'all, that was You Win with Drift here on Profit Radio Show, man. Another banger right there. You know, I see you be speaking to the ladies a lot.
The ladies be speaking to me.
Oh, and then then you respond on wax. Interesting. But you're not giving no names out. So there might be multiple of them out there. And be like, this one's for you, babe. That's what you be doing?
Well, I'll say this. They know who they are, but Keith Richards once said, don't write a song about one girl. That's playing yourself. You got to write a song about 2 or 3.
Oh, interesting. He done spilt the tea, as the ladies say, right? but that's a wonderful thing, man. So, yo, time flew by, brother. Like, I was gone. Like, it's crazy. It's definitely crazy. But how is it? I want you to give out your social medias and where they can find all your music and what you got upcoming that they should look forward to listening to. And I know we still shut down with a lot of this stuff, and we probably going to be shut down at the beginning of the year again because we're going in the wrong direction with this stuff. So I know performances is probably not really in the near future, but I know it's probably in the future.
Yes, sir. It don't matter when it happens, it's gonna happen, man. I know I'm gonna be touring, selling out stadiums, topping charts. It's all a matter of time and more preparation. But where you can find me on Instagram, that's what I like a lot, at We Both Win. That's one word, WEBOTHWIN, at We Both Win. And you can find me on all streaming platforms right now and Vivo on YouTube at YOUWIN. Go stream Sad Boy Season. It came out on the 18th. It's doing real well right now. No playlisting, and we're still doing great numbers. And Eden, my next tape, first time I'm announcing it on here. Eden is coming out on March 12th, 2021. So go get that when it comes out too.
Yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, you're a Pisces as well?
Yes, sir.
You know, I'm just saying, Pisces are great people. I'm a Pisces too. So, you know, we just got dope energy when it comes to just doing stuff anyway. So I get it. I'm plugged in. I'm locked in, bro. I'm definitely plugged in and locked in, yo. So I want to appreciate you for coming on the show. We're going to do it again, especially when the next project drop. You know how to get in contact with me. You know how to set everything up. So you talk to your peoples, they talk to my peoples, we make it happen. And, you know, whenever you want to come back on, chop it up. Got some other shows that I think that you would probably enjoy being on. So we're going to link that up, especially come the new year.
Yeah, DM me, man, for sure. Always down to come fuck with you, Prophet, for sure.
Yeah, man. Yo, you got it, man. And when I'm out in PA, I might have to come through and to a studio session or something. You know, be like, oh, yeah, I'll be in the background like this. Just
we're going to get you a good ass cheesesteak, too.
Yeah, I got a mean two-step, bro. Mean two-step. That's all I got. This mean two-step, though. Yo, my brother, man, stay safe, man. Happy holidays to you and the fam. And keep talking to those ladies out there because I know they listening.
God bless, man.
God bless. Yo, you already know, man. It's your boy Prophet Pete, and this has been another edition, an installment to one of the dopest, not only radio shows to ever hit the airwaves, but recreated into the podcast that you can listen to over and over and over again. Syndicated. I know you love the boy's voice, so you know it just be what it be. And I want to get into this joint also. And I think this is great, especially during this holiday time. And when we connecting with our families and we doing some of the things that we doing, we need to make sure we take that time out to show our loved ones that we love, what that special someone, that loved one. And we gonna make sure we put our phones on do not disturb, y'all. Take a listen. By my girl Mandy, do not disturb. Yeah.
Not tonight.
Not tonight. We gonna make sure no interruption.
Please. Fuck a ringtone. Yeah. Only sound I wanna hear when you deep moan. While I ride you in my ears, I got you stuck staring in my eyes. Baby, good luck handling my body. Daddy, you locked in love with you focused. Ain't it your target? Shoot from my side.
Yeah.
Up, down, up, down, up, down. Right there, right there, right there, right there, right there. I love the way it sounds. You need a spit, that's all I wanna hear.
I know that's what you want to hear, baby. We're going to put it on vibrate. And I'm bringing the vibrator.
You touch my body before we start this. Phone do not disturb, please. Got the lights on low. Ready better set the mood.
Yeah.
Hungry, yeah, I know. But tonight you're playing with your food. The more you taste, the wetter your face. Baby, eat up, better clean your plate. Want you to beat it, eat it, eat it, please. Don't you stop until I'm shaking, yeah.
Oh.
Up, down, up, down, up, down.
I told you, baby.
Right there, right there, right there, right
It's
there.
going to be all there.
I love the way
I like to play with my food.
you mean it's bad, that's all I need to slow down, boy, I like it rough.
Word?
Give me more now, cause that's what I want.
I got you.
Tonight it's going down, yeah, you know it's going down. Give you the code word when it's safe to stop. There's no need to slow down, cause I like it rough.
Word?
Give me more now, cause that's what I want. Yeah, that's what I want. Tonight it's going down, yeah, you know it's going down. Give you the code word when it's safe to stop. Don't stop.
Yeah. It's your boy, Prophet Pete. Do not disturb me. I'm getting it in this holiday weekend.
Tonight, let's put it on vibrate. Need to feel you touch my body before we start this. Phone do not disturb, please. Come on, let me take you on a baby. I'll do everything you like.
Do not disturb.
Touch my body before we start this. Phone do not disturb, please.
Yeah, my people, you already know who it is. This is your boy, Prophet P, with the Prophet Radio Show. I want to give a shout out to all the listeners, all the supporters out there. I want to wish you and your family a Merry, Merry Christmas, and especially a Happy New Year. But you're going to hear from us next week on Wednesday, so make sure you stay locked in, you stay tuned. And yo, ain't nothing like kissing under that mistletoe, y'all. Do what y'all do. We out.